Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead.
Now, if I had to describe Ohio's weather, it would be today. This is the average weather of Ohio. Gray, overcast, everything looks sad and depressing, and could it possibly rain? Who knows? That's basically what Ohio's weather is constantly. Welcome back. Basically, the point of this video is I am taking in the Honda Rebel for its first break-in service. There's not really much of a purpose to this video, but there is a couple things that, I figured we could talk about as I take this in. I do have to go on a busier street, and I think it's kind of windy today, so I don't know how long this service is going to be. When I initially called about getting my first service done, the place of where I bought my bike said they wouldn't even have a date until September, and I have put 600 miles on this bike in less than 3 weeks, so September just wouldn't work for me. I would put way too many miles on it, and the break-in period is 600 miles for the bike, so I couldn't accept that. So I went to a different place that I mentioned in my previous videos, Honda East, and they also had a pretty packed schedule. I said packed, nerd. But they told me that this coming Friday, for me at least, I don't know when this video is up, could be Friday, could be, later than that, that they had a cancellation and they could squeeze me in, so I figured I'd snatch that up and take her in then. But I don't know how long they're going to take, because like I said, they said they were also extremely backed up, so they might, fiddle around and do mine, 4 days from now or a week from now. I have no idea. I know it's not something that takes that long to do a break-in service, because mostly it's just, fluids and tightening loose bolts, if anything, or tightening the chain. And I could definitely do it myself. I just don't have the tools, nor do I have the space to do it. The closest thing that I have to space of doing it is at my job, and I don't want to overreach. Basically, it's just easier for me to take it in. Is it cost effective? No, they're going to charge me probably a lot, and it's going to suck, and I'm broke. But it's the best thing I can do for now. I don't really have the time or the tools or the space to do it myself, so this is the best solution for now. Plus, it's only going to happen once, so all the other oil changes past that I can do myself, so it's not that big of a deal. But something else that I wanted to bring up during this video, so it's not completely pointless, so it's not just a ride to take my bike in to get serviced, is future potential videos for the channel. Because, I watch a lot of other moto vlogs, and a lot of them have, they're either in interesting places, or they have a lot of places that are within range to go that are interesting and intriguing, or good content. It's so freaking windy, holy crud. But with my videos, Ohio really, at least the area that I'm in Ohio, really isn't that interesting. It's a lot of flat nothing. There's a couple state parks I could go to, but like once you've gone there, there's not really anything new. It's not exciting, it's not fun. But a concept that I thought that I could try is like maybe once every other week or once a week, going to coffee spots, because I absolutely love coffee, and I think that would be fun to, find a new coffee spot, travel there on the bike, and do like a rating at the end of the video or something, how I thought the coffee was and how I thought the food was. So I don't know, let me know down below if you think that's a good idea. Something just fly off at me. I don't know if you guys saw that, but something just flew off. I don't know what that was, but let me know. I think that's a neat idea, I guess. It could be a thing I can do every other week, just a regular upload, so there's some sort of consistency there, so you know what you're expecting, and I don't know, etc. And I think it would be fun. But another concept that I had, I don't know if this would be a series, because it's very difficult probably to make this a regular thing, but try to fit as much as I can on the back of my bike, camping wise, like a tent, a sleeping bag, or my cot or something and go to a state park with my buddy and try to go camping with just the bike and see how much I can fit on the bike and go to a state park and try to camp. I think that could be interesting. I think it'd be funny to try to get all that stuff out there and fit on the little rack that I just installed. Could be cool. I don't know. Just some basic ideas. I think just riding to and from work and getting like time-lapse footage can only be so interesting. And there's not really anywhere there's like exploration vibes, I guess, is what I'm going for. I've been watching a lot of Baker X Derek. If you haven't watched him before, he's freaking hilarious. And he's also extremely fearless. And his adventure blogs on his Grom are just hilarious. And I am extremely fearful, and I am terrified of downtown Toledo. So there's no shot I would ever be doing that, because downtown Toledo scares me. And I also just don't like being around in busy streets. Like, this is already making me uncomfortable being on this street, and this one's not even bad compared to some others. But I mean, look at this. Look at, what is all of this? It's only 4 o'clock. That's kind of the reason why I brought it up. So like, I'm trying to find something interesting that would be fun for me to edit and fun for me to do. Because mostly I'm just making these videos for fun. So I think it would be cool to do like coffee reviews or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it could be cool. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. There's also this place called, I always forget the name of it because it's a place it's a city in Michigan, but it's also a place in Ohio. But it's really nice, and the ride down there is kind of hilly and bendy and stuff, and they also have like an old train car thing and little shops there. It's pretty interesting. I always forget what it's called. That'll be a cool trip that I could take once in a while for videos. My wife is behind me and she's watching me talk. I guess I'll ride, and if something interesting happens on the way to dropping my bike off, I'll cut to that, I guess. I'm sorry, this is so boring. Also, if you haven't checked out my last video is me installing some decals on my motorcycle myself. Check that out, that'd be really cool. Give that a like. I'll tell you what though, ever since I've gotten this bike, I understand motorcycles now. I thought I was a motorcycle guy when I got my first bike, which was a Suzuki Van 200. I knew nothing, dude. This thing is so sick. It is so cool to be able to keep up with traffic. I severely underestimated how freaking sick it is. I mean, I literally just passed somebody. I've never done that before. The Van got up to 55 going downhill. That thing was slow, and it took forever to get up to that speed too. This thing, it just wants to go. It's so cool. I love this bike. I love this bike. I highly suggest Honda Rebel 500s. Let me tell you. Well, I guess since I'm out here, passing these hotels here on my right, tucked in the back over here, there used to be a Triumph dealer. Triumph Motorcycles dealer. I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, I probably won't be able to see from my camera or from my angle, but also I'm looking forward, trust me. I'm just looking over there to maybe see. But there used to be a Triumph Motorcycles dealership back there, and it's been closed for a very long time. The only reason that's of note is because anywhere around me, the only like motorcycle dealerships are 2 Honda dealerships, and everything else is Harley. There's like 5 Harley dealerships, and there's nothing wrong with Harleys. If you like Harleys, you know, you do you. It's just not my cup of tea. And let me tell you, it's kind of like going to restaurants and all the restaurants serve Coca-Cola and you're just really a Pepsi guy. That's the kind of comparison, you know. There's nothing wrong with Coke, and like, if someone was like, hey, do you want to ride my Harley? I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. But it's just not something I prefer, and they're just everywhere. So there's just so many Harleys. So it would have been cool if that Triumph dealer was still open, but that thing's been closed forever. Just a little interesting tidbit Okay, that's smart. That's also smart. Yep, good job. God. They have disc golf over there. I've always wanted to do disc golf, but my wife won't let me because I have a injured shoulder. I don't know exactly what's wrong with my shoulder. I have never been diagnosed, nor have I gone to a doctor for it, so I can't tell you exactly what's wrong with it, but I'm pretty sure I have like a torn rotator cuff or whatever. We were moving a dryer and the dryer hit me in the shoulder in a weird angle, and ever since then my shoulder just hasn't been right. I also did a lot of sports where I overexerted my arm. It's just bad. Both my shoulders are actually messed up from separate reasons, but so she won't let me play disc golf, which is unfortunate because I think I would love it, because I used to love frisbee, which is such a dumb thing, but hey, if you ain't ever thrown a frisbee before, you don't know what you're missing, brother. Going for it. Well, I mean, I talked a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Also, this street is super nice. One day when I have, when I'm not coming home from work and I have to hurry home to let my dog out, I want to go up and down some of these streets in suburbs and stuff, because this is Maumee, and they just have a bunch of fancy houses. Or no, this is downtown Perrysburg, sorry. And they have a bunch of fancy houses out here, and they're all so nice, and they're so expensive, but they're so cool. Like, look at this old house on my right here. Look at that thing. So cool. And people still live in these things too, which is insane. Okay, what are we doing here? Wait, today's Thursday. Is it the farmer's market? I think it's the farmer's market, which is always really nice. They got a lot of cool vendors and stuff. There's a place here that it's like a local place that pops up a tent and they do honey, and the local honey is really, really freaking good. Yep, farmer's market is going on. You can see all the tents there on the sidewalk. Nice. Maybe on the way back, I can convince my wife to maybe park and we can go walk up and down the farmer's market. Ooh, there might be a car show. Ooh, okay. This might be a longer video than I thought if there's a car show. One day, I do want to take the bike to a car show, not to enter it or anything, but just like ride there and then look at some cool cars and maybe show off a few cars if, the owners give me permission to kind of like walk around without showing, information or anything. I think that'd be neat. This up here is like the really cool pink house. For as long as I can remember living around this area, that pink house has been there. Oh God, the traffic is gonna be so bad. Oh, this traffic is gnarly. Oh God. Well, I know about this, so I'm smarter than this. This is gonna be so bad. All right, well, I'm just gonna cut it here, and we'll cut to when I'm close to Honda East, because this is boring. Well, that was stupid. I'm almost to my destination to drop off the bike. I'll end the video here. Like I said, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the idea of doing like coffee trips and kind of make it like an episodic type of dealio. But yeah, you guys take care, and everybody have a great day and everything. So, doodles.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, make it a microphone dead. Don't